Hey everyone, it's Meredith again. I'm here to lead you through some squats, tricep dips, and push-ups with good form and Pilates concepts in your body. As always, for anything that you're going to be doing at home, please consult your healthcare provider to make sure that this is wise for you to do. Also, nothing that we do here should hurt, so be honest with yourself about whether or not you should keep going if something doesn't feel right. And as always, these little videos are meant to help motivate you at home, to keep you moving when you don't have a class or a lesson or a session, but it's not meant to replace any of that you're doing with your trainer or teacher. So with that in mind, I'll lead you through how I do my squats. Let's start with a position that's about shoulder width apart with your legs, and there's a slight turnout. You can do this with sneakers or just barefoot. Your hands can come in front of you, one stacked over the other, kind of pressing into each other, or they can be by your sides about shoulder width apart. Either way, the idea when you do a squat is that you actually sit backwards, let your booty stick out a little bit behind you. You're not arching your back and leaning way forward. You are drawing your abs in, but you must sit back. If you try to get yourself underneath, you're going to overstretch your lower back, and probably your knees are going to come too far forward over your toes. This is not a Russian squat that we often do in Pilates. This is more like a gym squat. And so we're taking the legs wide so that your knees and toes track with one another instead of torquing on the knee and letting them bend out or in. And so let's do 25 squats here today. I would call 25 one set, and you can do as many sets as you have the endurance, time, and energy for. I would also alternate these sets with your tricep dips and your push-ups, so you're not fatiguing any one group of muscles and you're kind of rotating through all three of those things. So again, I'm going to do one hand over the other, legs about shoulder width apart and turned out. Inhale as you squat, going as low as you feel comfortable, and then pushing into your feet and pressing the arms to your pelvis. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you press up. Inhale fills your ribs, exhale hollows your belly. And this is already 5. And exhale, and inhale 6. And 7, and press. 8. Feel that you're evenly pushing with the big toe and the pinky toe of each foot, the inside and the outside edges of your feet, the heels and the balls. Inhale and exhale. This is 13 and 14. A nice thought is you can hold the floor together between your legs. So if there was a split right down between your legs and the floor was coming apart, how could you actually hold it together with your inner thighs and with your wrap as you press? And 19, 20, push with your arms, let them help. Exhale, driving the heels. 2 more, and last time, and then press, and then shake it out. I'm going to use this one chair to do my tricep dips. You can do anything that's about a 90-degree angle for your elbows when you bend. This is a nice wide position, so I'm not too narrow back there. Your hands can be sideways or forward. Your chest is broad. Your hips and your legs should actually be pretty relaxed. There's no tension. They're not helping you do the movement. Shoulders are broad. Inhale, bend behind yourself, and then press up. Inhale down, and exhale up. From the front, your shoulders should be square, and your elbows are bending evenly behind you versus one out to the side and one directly behind you. And your legs really aren't helping. They're relaxed as you keep going. Inhale down, scoop your abs, and exhale up. Let's call this 15. And 18, keep checking your posture. Feel yourself holding the floor together between your legs. And here's 20. 5 more. Keep it strong, keep it in a range that you can control. Most of all, keep breathing. Last 2. And 1. And then come to standing and shake it out. Push-ups you are completely welcome to do on the floor. I often do them against the wall, leaning into the wind, or in a door frame with my hands on the sides of the door. For today's purpose on the video, I'm going to use the same one-to chair I used for my tricep dips. So I'll take a stance that's comfortable for my hands, about shoulder width apart. I walk out and come into a plank position, no sinking hips, no hike tips. My weight should be right over my wrists. And I'm going to try to do tricep push-ups, which are Pilates push-ups. So I'm wrapping through my thighs, bending my elbows, and pushing up. Again, I'd say about 25 of these is a good set. Inhale, exhale up. That's 5 already. Push the surface away as you exhale. And 9, 10. You're pivoting on the balls of your feet. You're not letting your knees bend to fake it. You're not letting your hips come forward to fake it. Just the elbows bend. Shoulders relax down your back. Take a break or reposition at any point if you need to do a better quality version. I always check in with my neck to make sure there's no tension there. Let's do 5 more. Last 2. And 1. And then come to standing and shake it out. After that little set, I always like to do a couple stretches. So a deltoid stretch brings your arm across your chest to stretch this muscle on the top. Take a few breaths here. And then you can bring that same arm up and overhead for a tricep stretch for the back of your arm. Ribs are still in, breathing deeply. Some people like to do a little side bend at the same time. And then you can come out of that. Same thing on the other side, the deltoid first. Relaxing your shoulders, checking in, no tension anywhere. And then take that same arm up and overhead, again without letting your ribs splay, so you're drawing your abs in. So you actually get the stretch here and not in your back or in your belly somewhere. And a little side bend if you like. If you can, clasp your hands behind you, or you can get a belt or a band or a towel and hang on to that instead. If you clasp your hands, you can open your chest, keep your shoulders soft, elbows unlocked, and you could release with soft knees forward for a little stretch. You could also hook your thumbs. Let your head release fully. And then let your arms come down below. Grab your elbows and just rock from side to side. And then you bend your knees and press yourself all the way up. Quad stretch is good too after those squats. All of these exercises I just took you through, squat, tricep dips, and push-ups, you can do as many sets of that, 25 each, as you have the time and energy for, like I said at the beginning. But even if you've only made a few minutes in your day, 25 of each will get your heart rate up. You can hear that I'm a little breathy. I definitely got a little sweat on, and that's good enough if you just have a few minutes in your day. And let's switch to the other quad. By keeping your pelvis aligned with your ribs, you'll also maybe get a little hip flexor stretch here too. I'm not saying tuck under, but you're not trying to leave your butt behind you. You're trying to open up this too, as well as the quad. And then once you step to the floor, just check in with your hips and shake it all out. So that's your squats, tricep dips, and push-ups for today. Good job.